Alright, Marsha Q is back with her next video, and as promised, I am going to talk a little bit about Trump. And it's funny, I've been talking about this ever since he became elected, and at the beginning it was like, I deleted like anybody who I knew that was on my Facebook that had voted for Trump. And a lot of people were like, oh, that's not fair. You know, if you're friends with me, you're friends with me no matter who I vote for. And normally under any other circumstance, any other presidency, I totally would have been like, I agree, it doesn't matter. But in this case, it was completely different. And it's because of the type of person that Trump is. I mean, what about his life made you vote for Trump? Like his background. He doesn't have any experience. He's not in politics. He's never been in the military, but he's going to run our country. His behavior, like just think about it, his rallies. He totally condoned that behavior when people were punching people in the face or booing or throwing things at people. Look, there were even some kids, some girls who were under 18 who were like molested or assaulted at rallies because they disagreed. They were protesters, and other people thought it was okay just to hit them or do things to them. And he condoned that behavior. The way he treats women. Grab him by the pussy. Okay. How he's treated his wives. He's cheated on all of them, right? To get another wife. And the fact that his one wife didn't even want to live with him. Yeah, that's a great president. A great example of who I want running my country. Sure. He definitely doesn't understand the average working man. His father gave him, what, $1 million to start his company? I'm sorry, I don't have $1 million sitting in my butt for me just, oh, someone's going to give it to me to start my own company. So he doesn't understand the hard work it takes to come from nothing, because he never came from nothing. He's always had money. The way that his background, like he's had all these lawsuits against him. He currently has lawsuits against him. He currently has cases against him for misconduct. His wife posed naked. He has no experience. None of that mattered to Republicans, apparently. Any other candidate would have totally been exposed. They had to drop out of the race, but it didn't matter to Trump supporters. That was okay. He could be president. No experience? Oh, sure, you'll be better. We don't want a woman president, so it doesn't matter anything but a woman, apparently. I don't think that you would ever stand up for me as a person of color if you voted for Trump. Even if you aren't a white supremacist, you were okay that our president was backed by white supremacists. And the fact that even now, he does not say anything derogatory about their behavior at his rallies, nor since then, all the crimes and everything that has happened. All of a sudden, all the racists are coming out of the woodwork like, well, we got Trump as the president now. We can do and say whatever we want. We can burn down churches. We can, attack Asians, any person of color now, and it's okay because we're not going to have any consequences. It's as if that's what they think. All of these things, I have to say, they go back to Trump, but he has not denounced anything that happens or has happened. I have little notes here, so let me just make sure I'm hitting all the points I wanted to hit before I go to how things are now. This was like at the beginning when he first became president. Now that he is president, you see who he put to his cabinet, right? He has billionaires. Can they relate to us middle class people or anybody who's lower income? People who are struggling right now, who have to make decisions on who eats or what they eat. They're definitely not eating vegetables and fruit. They're eating whatever they can. The fact that Trump is thinking about cutting so many more programs, and a lot of them are that will affect lower income families as well as, elderly. He doesn't care. He's got plenty of money. Why should he care about people who don't have any money? The fact that he's so, I don't want to call him racist, but it seems as if he doesn't care about anybody who's not white. He's trying to get rid of all the Muslims. He's trying to get rid of all the Mexicans, regardless of if they're citizens or not. Have you noticed how all of a sudden the border control or people at airports are stopping and detaining people who they shouldn't, who are citizens or legal residents? Wow. It's just amazing how things have gotten so bad so fast. He's, oh my God, starting wars. He's talking about fighting with North Korea. He's already bombed, Syria? Even though they were already prepared for that. They already knew he was coming, had moved all their things out. So it was like a show of force for nothing. it's not just affecting us, it's affecting the way other countries see us. Other countries mock us, and they see the joke that we have as a president. They see someone who doesn't know what he's doing, and whoever he has helping him is definitely not telling him what he should or shouldn't be doing, or either that he's not taking the advice. And the people he has as his mouthpieces, I think it's Sean Spencer and that other woman whose name I can't remember and don't care to remember. Wow, that's people who represent you. And he doesn't even need them. He goes on Twitter and has these rants and tirades. And this is our president, and this is the kind of behavior he shows to us. He's so proud when, I think it was the Japanese, was it president or prime minister who came? And he was so proud, he didn't even say, hold on a second, I need to put my earpiece in because I can't understand, I don't have the translator in, so I can understand what the Japanese president is saying. Instead of that, he just stood there and shook his head, not understanding a word of what the man was saying, instead of just, oh, well, I just need this. Oh, I weep, not just for the next 4 years, but the consequences of everything that he's doing now. Not like Pence, or I think Ryan is next, would be much better. I still think we're going to be kind of screwed if any of them were president, but you know, I really don't know. It's as if he thinks he lives in a dictatorship, not a democracy. He's stomping all over the Constitution. He thinks, oh, I can just do this and write this executive order. It doesn't matter that there's protection, that there's laws, that there's rights, there's a Constitution, the Bill of Rights. He's just stomping all over that. Thankfully, the ACLU and other departments are still trying to make sure, hey, we still have, you know, things that we have to do and protections we have to keep. Thank God for them, because otherwise we'd really be screwed. But what's going to happen in the future? I have to be really concerned as a person of color. I have no idea how things are going to go. Granted, right now they're not really targeting black people or, well, some Spanish people, Mexicans, or people who are illegal. But I never know. White supremacists would like all of us gone. So whether we're citizens or not, they just would like us dead or somewhere else. They don't care where. So I still have to be careful what happens to me. I do carry, you know, a stun gun with me. I still want to get my concealed weapons permit. I am concerned a lot more than I ever was before my safety. So far, Florida hasn't had a lot of things happen in regards to things happening racially, but it's only been a couple months. We have yet to see what's going to happen. So y'all please put down your comments and what you think. And I don't think I'm wrong to be concerned, but I don't see a solution. Yes, we all have to be involved and there's things we have to do. We have to make sure to stand with other Americans. And don't get it twisted. I don't want you thinking that I'm cool with illegals being in the country or any of that kind of thing. Nope, I think if you're legal, you should be where you're supposed to be. Period. And if you want to come here, you need to fill out the paperwork just like everybody else and try to get over here properly. Granted, I don't believe in harassing or torturing or doing any of these things where they're containing people who should legally be here. But I definitely think if you're legal, it is not wrong or unfair for you to be sent back to your country. And if you hear that in the background, the dog, my roommate's dog, loud fucking dog, is what it is. Forgive me. Anyway, I digress. So, I don't see a solution. And from time to time, you know, y'all, I'm going to have to vlog about these things that worry me or terrify me or that are a little bit more serious. And some of my videos are going to be fun and exciting and about K-pop or about BDSM or about just regular life. But this is part of regular life too. Things we have to worry about, our future. I'm already, 42? I don't know how things are going to be when I'm 45 or I'm 50. And at the rate things are going, the next president, whoever is next, oh man, they're going to have a lot to fix and put back together, especially our reputation. We're totally going to be not thought of as the world power we once was. And I hate to say that Trump is probably going to be the president to take that status away from us. But I could be wrong. We'll have to see what happens in the future, won't we? Well, I'm sure I'll say more things later. Marsha Q's out for now. I'm done ranting. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.